Looking for a move-in ready West Hills home for sale with all the upgrades already done for you? Step inside this beautifully remodeled West Hills home tour featuring 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, paid off solar, and a private backyard retreat complete with a sparkling pool and hillside views. Whether you're dreaming of a family-friendly layout or are planning for a future expansion or an ADU, this home offers the space, style, and location to match. Let's get this home tour started. So on today's West Hills home tour, we're going to be taking a look at the house right behind me. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 1,795 square feet of living space, and it's located on a 13,192 square foot lot. The house was built in 1962. Now, this home completely remodeled and transformed. We're going to show you every nook and cranny. Of course, some great views of the Susana Mountains from your backyard, and you got a pool and a spa. So where are we located? So we're located in West Hills, California today. West Hills in the western portion of the San Fernando Valley. We're west of Topanga Canyon, up in the hills. So West Hills, a great area, a lot of restaurants, shopping, close to Woodland Hills. You're kind of situated in between the 118 freeways and the 101. So let's get this home tour started because we got a lot to show you today. All right, so from the front of the house, we're at street level right now. You can see how much room you have to park. So of course you got your 2-car garage, you have plenty of space in your driveway, and take a look at this over here to your right. So obviously you have your RV access, you can put a boat in here, whatever tours, or you need to park your commercial vehicle, it's all available to you. Now you got the nice palm trees, you have a very mature one right here, and you have one that's starting to grow. And then take a look at the front of the house. They have that walnut facing on it, and you can see they installed dual pane windows throughout. We'll show you that more as we enter the house itself. And then as you come up to the home itself, you have this brick front porch, which greets you to your front door. Okay, so now that we've entered the home, we start off in your formal entry, which leads us to your living room and this large great room. So this home, again, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 1,795 square feet of living space, and the house built in 1962. We're going to start at your formal entry. There's one thing I'm going to show you right off the bat. So as we turn around, right, and this is the vantage point that you're going to see when you enter through the front door. This looks like a coat closet, but it's actually a half bathroom. So you still have 2 other bathrooms, but this is going to be the first room as you enter through the front door. This is right to your left. So you have your vanity, you have your white cabinetry, plus your quartz countertop with your gold vein, which goes perfectly with your luxury vinyl plank flooring. And of course you have the walnut right there, wood accent on the wall. Inside the house, you're going to have mostly the luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout most of this home. And then in the bathrooms, you'll see the designer tile when we get to that point of this home tour. So let's start with this large great room right here. So you're going to have your living room. So you can see where the electrical outlet is right here and plate cover. This is where you're going to be putting in your big screen TV. You have your custom fireplace right here. And then as we turn around, you can see and get a better idea of the entire space of this large great room. So let's make our way over to the formal dining area. Now, of course, you could put in a larger dining table for sure. It would definitely fit. And then what's nice about here, you have access to the backyard, which of course we will show you towards the end of the tour. Not only here from the dining room area, but as well from the living room. So you have 2 ways to make your way outside. Tons of recessed lighting here in this space, so you can never have enough lighting in your house. But want to mention too that there's also a lot of natural light coming in here as well. You'll notice the newer dual pane windows, which you have throughout. Let's make our way over to the kitchen itself. A lot to discuss here. So you're going to have your quartz countertops right here, and then look underneath here, right? Because you have, in addition to your formal dining area, right, you have room for a few stools or chairs. I think you could probably easily fit in a fourth there. They have 3 there right now. And then underneath, while there is no cabinetry, you do have an electrical outlet down below, number 1. And then take a look at this walnut accent. I really like that a lot. So as opposed to just having the countertop itself, right, that quartz countertop going down, or maybe some plain cabinetry, I do like the walnut accent, and it does contrast the color of your luxury vinyl plank flooring. Now let's move over here, over to our right. We'll walk around to the other side. You're gonna have your freestanding range right here that has your gas burners on top, your stainless steel hood right above that. Now you are gonna have also your stainless steel dishwasher and your stainless steel sink basin. So on their backsplash, they continued the same quartz as their backsplash. You have a garden window right behind your sink. And then take a look at this. So let's talk about this color scheme like we normally do. So you have this gold colored, right, faucet, and then that goes perfectly because look what the color is of the handles on your cabinetry. It's a combination of black and gold. So the black contrasts the flooring as also contrasting the countertop itself, but at the same time, it goes with the black of the freestanding range right there. And then this countertop has a combination of, I call it a brown / gold in it, the veins, along with gray. So the gray mixes up the color too, so you don't just have that gold color inside of it. So the cabinetry itself is slightly lighter than the actual flooring itself. So, and it's good because a lot of times you'll see super light beige flooring, which is great. Like we use that a lot of times on our Concierge Plus program. But if you're gonna have a slightly darker color on your flooring, then you have to have a little bit lighter cabinetry. And then space for your refrigerator right over there. And then over here, you have a nice eat-in space. So we showed you already the formal dining space right here in this home. And then right here, literally right off the kitchen, tucked away, you have this breakfast nook / eat-in area. So maybe you don't want to have every meal at your formal dining table or at the breakfast counter, the breakfast bar. This is a great alternative, especially if you have kids. Your 2-car garage are located right off here. So this is where you would enter with direct access from your garage. So there you have it. So there you have your kitchen, your formal dining area, as well as your living room right here. Hey, Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. Welcome back to another home tour. So as always, hope you're enjoying and getting value of this home tour as well. If you haven't already, take a second, like and subscribe to our channel for sure. Like this video and definitely subscribe to our channel. I'm dropping new home tours every week, as well as market updates and what's really happening in the marketplace. Not what the media is telling you, but not trying to give you fluff, what's truly happening in today's marketplace. So if you are trying to buy a home in Los Angeles right now, here in 2025, and you want to have a better idea of what it takes to get your offer accepted, or what type of negotiations can you actually engage with the seller, well, reach out to us because I can tell you what type of negotiations and what type of incentives we're getting from sellers or credits right now. So the market's different than it was several months ago. And so I think you as the buyer need to have a better idea. Now, certain neighborhoods still have multiple offers and you would never know the market has shifted, right? But there are other neighborhoods that have softened a bit, right? And then also when it comes to new construction, right, reach out to us because it's not uncommon for us right now to see 100, $200,000 in incentives being given from the builders. So if you want more information on that and you just want to reach out and you have some questions, maybe you're a first-time buyer. We recently just closed escrow with a first-time buyer and had a Zoom call with them, answered all of their questions, and they had a ton of them, which we like, right? Questions are always a good thing, right? The more information you have, the better decision you are going to make. And as a result of that, we were able to find them a new construction townhouse. So whether it be a remodeled resale home, a fixer-upper, an investment property that you're looking for, right? Definitely reach out to us, and love to be able to answer your questions that you might have. Let's get back to the home tour. So we're gonna pass by the living room one more time, and then I'm gonna show you what the entry looks like from the other side now that I've just turned around. And let's go take a look at some of the other bedrooms. Now, while we do that, I do want to point out to you that one of the things that I really like about this neighborhood is being able to have access to so many different things. I would say you're just kind of north of the halfway point, I would say, between being situated between the 101 and the 118, but you're located here on the top of the hill in West Hills, and a lot of people love being here. You really have access to all of the hiking trails, the shopping. As you can see, you have the mirrored closets in here, and we'll kind of go inside this one and give you a better perspective of what that looks like, right? And then look, again, I want to show you, you don't have your standard panel doors or your old school doors from 1962. So they kind of want to give you that old school charm, right? But also you want it to have that modern feel throughout. All right, so this is going to take us over to the first bathroom that we're showing to you. So this is the hallway bathroom that serves 3 bedrooms. You have your vanity, designer tile, and you have your shower in tub. So this one right here, right, has that gray with a little darker gray in it. Obviously the shower tub is white itself, and that allows you to have that white tile. So this tile is a little different from the tile that you see in the shower enclosure. All right, let's go out here. We're gonna walk by, and I'll step back so you can see. This is what your linen closet looks like. And then we'll come on over here. This is your 3rd bedroom, right? And again, it's gonna have that mirrored closet. Take a look at that. And then that'll bring us over to your primary bedroom with an attached private bathroom. So this is a pretty good size bedroom. Now look, again, this home was built in 1962. So, you're not gonna have a lot of walk-in closets, right? But you do have the mirrored closets, hi there. And then over here, this is where your attached bathroom is going to be. I'm actually gonna have to turn on the light here. And so I like what they did here. Look, instead of having brown cabinetry, right? You got that, I wouldn't call it a navy blue, but it's a darker blue. And then notice what they're able to do here on the quartz on the vanity. You have that blue vein, blue and gray. So it's almost very similar to the one that you saw in the kitchen, but that had more of a brown and gold. And then what goes perfectly with blue would be the gold, much more so than you would have nickel. And you can see on your circular mirror that even the surround on that is a gold color as well. You have modern lights up there, and then turn around here in your shower enclosure. This is a big one. Let's open it up so you can see everything. So you're gonna have a hand sprayer, right? You have your shower head, and you're gonna have your rain shower head as well. Now look, everything is gold colored, including your drain, and then you have a really nice sitting bench here. So pretty large, and look, you got that dark gray with a mixture of brown and gold. And so that goes perfectly as far as color scheme does with all of your gold faucets, your shower head, your hand sprayer, etc. So let me know what you think of that shower enclosure here as part of your private bathroom. So I'm here today during the morning hours. It's just after 9 o'clock in the morning. So you're gonna have a little more of the afternoon facing sun right now. And as the sun gets stronger, you will see it come through the backyard definitely more. So you have your PebbleTech spa and pool. You have a lot of shade from these large trees right there. You can kind of see the sun trying to peek its way through. You have your condenser unit on the roof. But one thing I wanted to show you here is take a look at this. So this is really nice. Obviously you got your covered patio here, but you can arrange it and there's multiple points you can do it from. Maybe you don't want the whole thing, where you can actually open it up, right? So it becomes more like a trellis. And so these are really nice. They're very popular, right? They're not built out of wood. Typically, it's some type of metal, right? A lot of times it can be some type of plastic, but usually it's some type of metal that you normally see on that. So you have a pretty good size backyard. I like the palm tree there in the corner. And then let's show you this over here, because remember we told you we're basically at the top of the hill. And so look, you got a pretty nice view of the Santa Susana Mountains right there, and today's a gorgeous Southern California day. So you got that nice view to be able to enjoy while you're enjoying your backyard sitting out here. So again, this is your lovely pebble bottom pool, PebbleTech, right? And so it's a good sized pool, and plus you got the spa as well. All right, so let me know what you guys think of this backyard. Thanks for joining us on this West Hills home tour. If you've been searching for a turnkey West Hills home for sale with solar, a pool, room to grow, and of course, incredible views of the Santa Susana Mountains, this one's gonna check all the boxes. Between the beautifully updated interior, the serene backyard, and its unbeatable location near top schools, hiking trails, and of course the Westfield Topanga Mall, this one truly has it all. If you'd like to schedule a private showing or have more questions about what makes West Hills your possible next move, give me a call. Always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below with your favorite feature. See you on the next home tour.